Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today it's time for my May check-in on my 2020 project pan. I don't understand how it's already May, but regardless, I guess it's time to update you on how I've been doing. So if you're new here, the way that I'm doing my project pan this year is just a year-long rolling style project 10 pan. So I always have 10 products, and then once I use up a product, I will replace it with a new product. Or if I decide that I'm kind of tired of using a product, I'll go ahead and swap it out for something new just to keep things interesting. So I made some good progress this month. I finished one product, a very exciting product. So I'll be rolling something in its place, and then I also decided to roll another product out, even though I didn't finish it, but I'm just kind of ready to move on to something else. So let's go ahead and get started with my updates. The first product, and this is the one that I'm going to roll out even though I haven't finished it, but it's the Milani Powder Blush in Romantic Rose. If you recall, last month I sort of hit pan on this. It's an interesting product. It is actually hollow on the inside, so once you get to a certain point, it does kind of crumble. And so I didn't really hit pan because it started crumbling. I took the product that had crumbled and broken and repressed it into an empty pan in the E.L.F. face palette that I have. And a lot of you guys said, you know, go ahead and try to finish up what you repressed into this pan, and then once that's done, move on to something else. And I did work on this a lot this month. This is the one I used. I didn't really use this one. And I feel like it doesn't look like I made any progress, which is kind of disappointing. So, but I did use it a lot. I used it like 16 times. So I have decided to go ahead and roll this out for now. I feel like I've been neglecting the rest of my blushes, and I just want to kind of give myself permission to use whatever I want in the blush department, at least for a little while, and just kind of move on from this one. I feel like I made really good progress on it the first like 4 months of the year, so I'm ready to kind of move past it. I didn't expect to finish it anytime soon anyway, so I feel good about that decision. Next I have the BALMSHELTER Tinted Moisturizer. This is also going steadily. There were a couple of products this month that I didn't quite hit my goal as far as how many times I wanted to use it, but that's not really a big deal to me. But you can tell, I mean, I feel like I'm getting pretty low on this. I'm sure it's gonna be a few more months before it's finished. So I am being patient with myself, just kind of using it whenever I feel like it. It's a really great light coverage product, so I am enjoying it a lot. This one, a couple of products actually are not quite finished, but they're so close to being finished that it's almost laughable. Like if I had used them even a few more times this month, I probably would be finished with them now, but oh well. This is the COVERGIRL Vitalist Go Glow Luminizing Lotion. I use this as a glowy primer pretty much every day. I'm wearing it today. I'm wearing most of these things today. This is super close. I think I probably have less than 10 more uses left in here. I think I'll probably be able to use it a couple more times before I cut it open. And so I fully expect this to be finished by my next update. Fingers crossed. This is another one that is so close to being done. The Pixi Glow Mist. I could have finished this. I probably have 5 uses left in this as well. It is, I mean, you can see it, it is down there. It's like a couple millimeters thick right there. So this also will definitely be done by my next update as well. I'm sad that it's not done now, but we're almost there. All right, so then I have some of my Stila Glitter and Glows. I'm really trying to focus on really all of my Stila liquid shadows because they're all getting old, they're all getting close to being unusable. I've revived them so many times trying to get every use out of it that I can. But the ones that were in my project this past month, I've been kind of rotating through them and switching out which ones are in my project just whenever it makes sense. But the ones I had last month were Gold Goddess and Diamond Dust. Wearing Gold Goddess on my eyes today. This, if you look at it, you can really see through like more than half of the container, so it is getting down there for sure. I've had to take the stopper out multiple times, and I always put it back because I've heard that if you take it out and leave it out, it dries up even quicker. So I've been taking it out, adding some eye drops, stirring it around every few uses, and it seems to do the trick as far as getting it to come back to life. So that's how I've been using both of those. I've also done the same with the Diamond Dust shade. This one too is getting, I mean, it looks like it's getting close to empty, but so these are gonna stay in my project pan until I absolutely can't use them anymore. I have another eyeshadow. I'm focusing on a lot of eyeshadows between my project pan and my eyeshadow roulette series, but this is a favorite. I was actually looking at my makeup inventory spreadsheet again today because I was trying to look at which products I might want to add into the project. And on there I have when I bought each product. I've had this since April of 2015, so this is officially 5 years old, and it's the E.L.F. Long Lasting Lustrous eyeshadow in Soiree. You guys know I love this eyeshadow. I do feel like I'm getting pretty close. I really just have like a little sliver left in there just on the side, so that should not take too much longer. I mean, I'm sure it'll be several more months before it's finished because my goal is only to use it like 3 times throughout the month since I have so many other shadows I'm focusing on. But at some point this year, I'm gonna finish it. So now for the product that I finished, finally. Wow, I am so excited to finally show you an empty tube of the NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee. I took the stopper out way back in November or December of 2019. And ever since then, I mean, that extended the life of this product so much. When I took the stopper out, I wasn't able to get any more product out with the stopper in, so taking it out, I didn't even realize I had like 4 or 5 more months worth of use left in here. So it was quite a long process finishing this, and yeah, there's like still a little bit left in the very bottom, but I don't even have a spatula that would reach all the way down there, and I just don't really feel the need to use it up any more than I already have. I mean, this is so, like, I've just completely scraped it clean as best I could. So here is proof that this tube is in fact see-through. I wasn't quite sure if it was, even though some people told me that it is see-through, and for a long time I was like, how is this see-through? Like, I've used it so much and I still can't see through it. Eventually I started to see little gaps in it, and now it is just about completely clean. So excited to be done with that. I love this lip gloss, but it was my oldest one and I wanted to use it up before it went bad. So that is finished, and I will be rolling something new in its place and in place of the Milani Blush, which I'll share those at the end. Another lip product that I did roll in last month, this is the Wet n Wild lipstick in Never Nude, and I use this a lot. I really like this lipstick. It's like a really good nude for my skin tone, and I measured it on my little piece of paper where I draw my little progress line, and it looked like it had not changed at all from where it was last month. I did draw a line like right underneath it, but so disappointing. It's so disappointing when you know that you've used something a good amount of times and you don't see any progress. It's a little discouraging, but this is definitely going to be a bit harder to use up than that mini Bite lip crayon because it's a little bit less creamy and it's just a little bit of a stiffer formula. So who knows if I'll ever finish it, but at least I'm using it and making some progress on it, even if I can't see it. And I forgot to say, I do also want to experiment with using this as a blush, like a cream blush. I didn't try that at all this month, but this next month I definitely need to try that, especially now that I'm not trying to pan the Milani blush. I might actually remember to do that with this. Okay, and then I have the Physicians Formula Healthy Powder, which I also rolled in last month. And I use this a lot, but I still haven't hit pan, unfortunately. I have to use a very light hand with this because it can look pretty heavy and cakey on my skin if I apply too much. So just gonna keep working on that. I can definitely see the ridges of the pan sort of showing through a little bit, so it can't be too much longer until I hit pan. I'm pretty sure I'll hit pan on this before my next update, hopefully. So since I used up that NYX Butter Gloss and I'm rolling out the Milani Blush, that means it's time to roll 2 new products in, and the 2 products that I decided to roll in are actually the other 2 Stila liquid eyeshadows that I have. The other 2 shades I have are Kitten Karma and Kitten. I know it might sound a little bit like overkill to have 4 of these in my project pan plus the E.L.F. cream shadow, but I was looking through my entire collection, and the only thing that I really felt like right now is a priority for me to use up is these, because they are all on the brink of drying out, and including the Shimmer and Glow, which I've actually had for longer than the glitters. And so I really just want to focus on getting these done, and I felt kind of bad only focusing on 2 of them when I knew the other 2 were just sitting in my drawers not getting used. So even if I don't use every single one of these a ton this month, I at least want to use them all like maybe twice. And I can always use these on top of the e.l.f. shadow too. I can top them. They're kind of like toppers anyway, so I can always top whatever shadows I'm working on in my roulette or just any look that I'm doing. It's pretty easy to incorporate these. So I would really like to at least have one of these finished by my next update. I think the first one to go will probably be Gold Goddess, so I'll try to keep that in mind and hopefully use that one as many times as I can, because I'm really just ready to start moving these out, and I really just hate to see them go to waste because they are, I mean, I got them on a pretty good deal, but they're still, you know, they're high end, and I just hate to see them go to waste. And I do like them even though they're not like my favorite product ever. I do want to thank those of you who suggested that I remove these with tape. I had never thought of that. I was complaining in my video where I was talking about overhyped makeup products that these were really difficult to remove. And a couple people said that I should try removing them with just a piece of Scotch tape. And I did that and it removed them perfectly. I was amazed. And so that way it keeps them from going down the drain, which there is some talk about glitter particles being bad for marine life because they're basically like little microplastic particles. That way they're going in the trash instead of down the drain. And also it makes it so much easier to remove. Like the tape just completely adhered to the glitters and it came off in like 2 swipes. That made these so much more enjoyable to wear because my least favorite part of wearing these is that they're difficult to remove. So thank you. That brings us back up to 10 products. I feel like it's kind of funny that 5 out of the 10 products are eyeshadow, but that's just the way that it worked out. But that is it for this project pan check-in. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how your project pans are going. I always love hearing about that in the comment section. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I know a lot of you guys watch my project pan videos but may not be subscribed yet. I do a lot of great videos throughout the month that I think you might enjoy. Lots of kind of shop your stash type content, using what you have, mindful consumerism. So if that's your style, I would encourage you to stick around and maybe catch some of my other videos too. But yeah, so subscribe, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.